When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Hello everybody and welcome once again back to another video on my channel. Now first of all, this video is dedicated to My Little Teapot and she knows exactly who she is. She requested this video and this is for you. It was left as a comment on one of my videos, and if you comment a video suggestion then I'll do it for you because I like to create content that people want to see. So this is what we're going to do. So now there's 4 Toy Story films altogether, and so we'll start off with the first one. It's been out for 25 years, came out the year I was born in 1995, and I think that's one of the reasons I feel so close to it, because I literally grew up watching the film, and the toys are like toys you would have in your own room. Some toys I had in real life as a kid as well, and obviously it's just that childhood. Nothing else was like that at the time, story-wise or even animation-wise, because the animation for that, compared to how they do Elsa's hair now, like back in the day, like 25 years ago, was outstanding. And I know it received like a lot of good credit and all that for that. And the fact how they make everything look realistic and like the right textures back for like the quality of production they had back then. So obviously you've got the story, it's obviously Woody and his like gang of toys in the room, and then this new toy comes along who's Buzz Lightyear, and like everyone thinks that Buzz is cooler than Woody, and they try and get rid of Buzz, but everyone makes friends in the end is the long and short of that. And it's really good. So number 2, 5 years later I think it came out, and we love that one just as much. That's where we get introduced to Jessie and Bullseye, and they're some of the most beloved characters I think as well, even like compared to the newer ones, because they're like, have always sort of been there growing up. You know, you don't really remember a film about them apart from obviously the fact they're not in the first one, but I kind of think of Toy Story, I think of them as well as the other ones, like they've all been there together from the start. And so that's where there's this like Al's toy barn man, and he wants to take them all away, and Woody and the gang save the day. Long and short of that, because you know we all know the films by now, and if not then sort your life out please. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, once again, technology, you can see the animation is upgraded slightly because 5 years later I have more software and better ways of doing things, so that's just cute. A lot of cute moments in it. This got the song, when somebody loved me, everything was beautiful, which is like one of the outstanding songs, because the first one had You Got a Friend in Me, which is like the song throughout. Also, that's a good bop, so we just love that one just as equally. By the way, spoiler alert, I don't hate any of them, so that's what I'm going to be saying. Third one. I was really excited when the third one came out, because that came out like in 2013, I think. And by this point, I was like 18? Yeah, I was 18 at this point, so I was technically an adult, but it still brought me back to life. And then for some reason, like when it came out and the build up to it, I kind of like forgot about Toy Story, which is really weird, because I saw it, I was like, oh, it's out, and then it took me like a good probably year to watch it, nearly enough. And I watched it, but then it took me like a while, and I watched it, and it took me a while to like kind of own it, and I was like, I don't know why. And it kind of just went a bit blurry for me for a while, because I think it's because there was so long in between the films coming out, and we didn't expect a third one 13 years later, and then it happened, and we were like, wow. But then my thoughts. So obviously we all know Toy Story 3 is the most emotional, because the bit at the end where they all dive in to the big incinerator, but it's basically where the toys get donated to a nursery, and then there we meet some more nursery toys, and I think it's just, that one like takes place in my heart, because like it kind of helped me obviously love Toy Story again, even though I already loved it because it's been so long, like the whole Finding Nemo, Finding Dory thing, you love it again, the originals even more. And just like the way they like obviously took the characters out more this time, like into a whole different location, and because it'd been 13 years later since that one obviously happened, or 18 years since the first one even happened, like once again the animation quality improved, and like you could see the slight details in it of where it noticed, and it was still just equally as amazing. And lastly, number 4, guys, introduced us to the birth of Forky, and I think you probably know by now, if not, then I'm obsessed with Forky. I have Forky Pops, I have Forky Blanket, I have Forky Teddies, I have Forky everything, and I'm obsessed because never has there been a character so relatable as an adult, or even as a kid, through any film in the world ever, because we all relate. I think that's maybe why we love him, because he's so relatable, and they probably knew what they were doing, because most of the audience by this point, like me, would be 23, 24 adults, basically. and so by this point we would have, like, you know, a bit more of an adult mind, so they put adult jokes in it, maybe more. Like, or throwback loads to the first film, which you only realise growing up, the bit where Jessie, like, jumps down, was it number 2? Where Jessie jumps down the little wheel and then Buzz's wings spread out. If you know, you know. So anyway, yeah, number 4. That was also emotional, and that one had the biggest shock twist, I think, because that's where Woody and Bo Peep get together, which obviously she disappeared through number 2 and 3, and the 4th one's about where she's been, and that was an interesting story how they did. Like, I think they had a reason to make a number 4 because we brought back Bo Peep, and like there was a whole where she been sort of thing. So that was a really clever idea. And I was totally there for the storyline, it was everything. And then how Bonnie came along. Now, one thing that did make me upset a little bit though, was where she rubs Andy's name off the bottom of the feet and she puts her own name on it. Like, I know she's now the owner, and they're now her toys, but they're still not, they're still Andy's technically. He just was friend enough dated, and I was, fair enough, Forky, all the new ones, she put her name underneath because they were hers from the beginning. But I just had mixed feelings about that because you can't just take Andy away. But talking of Andy though, I have a lot of thoughts on number 4 because it's the most recent, but talking of Andy, can we just talk about how they totally reimagined him? He does not look nothing like him, which I know, I get it, once again, technology's improved, they could make him look different and probably how they envisioned originally or something. But it's just, like, I don't know why they felt like they needed to, because obviously they could have kept him the same for like that 2-second flashback. And obviously he has better hair, better texture and all that sort of stuff. But on the other hand, like, was there any need for that? That's my only negative about the whole film, about all 4 films, is, well, my only 2 negatives, the Bonnie thing and the Andy thing, and my only 2 negatives. But maybe it's because, once again as well, because now I'm an adult and I have a different eye watching films, especially studying animation. Like, I look at things slightly differently now in the 4th one. Like, it could have been any of the films come out any time, but just because it happens to be number 4 at this age of my life. And at this point there's been 3 established really amazing films. Maybe that's just why. And it took a couple of people off about the Andy thing. But anyway, negative thoughts away, because Toy Story happened, Forky happened, and I'm obsessed. And then also sad when Woody and Bo Peep just left the bedroom and they left forever. So, I mean, it opens up a window to number 5, because Woody and Bo Peep could go away, but it wouldn't be the same, because there'd be no Andy and his toys in the bedroom, or Bonnie and her toys in the bedroom. Just mixed thoughts on a potential number 5. I mean, with one of the ones I'd need to find out the plot before I can agree or disagree. A side note, spin-off, Disney Plus just happened here in the UK, we just recently got it, and Forky has his own mini show, guys. I'm obsessed. So he has 2 episodes so far at the filming of this. There was the one he talks about money and the one he talks about having a friend, and Ham makes an appearance, and we love that because we love Ham, we love all the characters. Apart from Zag, by the way, because he's the bad one in the first one. Lotso was the bad one in the third one. Al was the bad one in the second one. And the 4th one has Gabby Gabby, which mixed thoughts about her as a villain because she does turn good in the end, but like, she could have been nicer about the whole thing, just saying. Anyway, side note. So yeah, the story, I get distracted with these Toy Story. And then, yes, there's been 2 episodes so far. They're both only like 2 minutes long, but they're really cute, and it's about Forky, so I love it. I have nothing negative about that either. I just need more episodes. So yeah, that's My Little Teapot, and anyone else that loves Toy Story or wants to see it, that's just my thoughts on a worldwide phenomenon franchise, which is my favourite film ever. So if you did like this video, please feel free to give it a like, share it with friends, subscribe, and I will see you very soon with another video. P.S. Stay safe if it's still coronavirus time or filming this video when it goes out, because I know it's a hard time right now. Goodbye.